Hi guys, this is a homework video helper, and tonight we're talking about the beginning of patterns. As we've been learning in class, patterns are everywhere. They're in nature, they're in numbers, they're in shapes. So tonight, let's go ahead and we're going to practice some of those patterns. The first word we want to discuss is the word increase. All right, when I'm looking at the word increase, I see that the definition is to get bigger. I'm going to give you some examples of some words some numbers that increase. Take a look at these. 46, 49, 52. You can see that they're getting larger each time and they are increasing by 3. So if we created a rule, we'd say add 3. 89, 101, 113, 125. You can see this is also increasing or getting bigger, so and it's getting bigger by 12, so our rule would be to add 12. 2, 4, 6, 8, 10. This is something that's familiar, and we can see that we're increasing each time by 2, counting by 2s. All right, so what we're going to do is there's two sections to this. There's a watch me section and then there's a practice section. So on this first section, we're going to be using that number chart, kind of like what we've been doing in class, and we're going to follow the directions and we're going to increase. We're going to practice increasing. So the directions are, if you start on 57, so I'm going to go ahead and make a little mark on 57 because that's where I'm going to start. And I'm going to increase by 6 each time. I'm going to fill in the numbers here. So I'm going to go ahead and count 6 on. So here's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So when I increased, I got to 63. Now I'm going to increase again. So, and I'll circle there. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. And when I increased there, I got 69. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. And when I increased, I got 75. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. And when I increased there, I got 81. So you can see each time my numbers are getting larger. All right, now it's time for you to try. Use your hundreds chart and see if you can practice doing some increase. Pause the video and then come back and we'll check it together. Here you go. Okay, I'm hoping that you practiced increasing. Did you start on 19 and increase 9 each time I gave you the big number? All right, when you did that, did you get 28, 37, 46, and 55? If you did, give yourself a pat on the back because you practiced increasing and finding the rule was adding 9 each time. All right, now we're going to try to decrease. So if increase was getting larger, decrease is to get smaller. So here's some examples of some numbers that are decreasing. We have 79, so we start high, 79, 69, 59, 49. It's kind of like they're dropping. And our rule is to subtract 10 because they're decreasing by 10. We have 27, 24, 21, 18. Again, we're dropping down, decreasing, and our rule is to subtract 3. We have 48, 43, 38, 33, 28. We're decreasing, and that is to subtract 5. Now we're going to try another watch me, and I'm going to practice decreasing with you. All right, if we're going to start on 62, so I'm going to find my 62. I'm going to start on 62, and this time we're going backwards because we're decreasing. All right, we decrease by 4 each time. I'm going to go backwards. 1, 2, 3, 4. So I have 58. Then I go back 1, 2, 3, 4. I have 54. Go back 1, 2, 3, 4. I have 50. And then I go back 1, 2, 3, 4. All right, so you can see that my numbers were decreasing by 4 each time. Just like last time, I'm going to give you an opportunity to try one by yourself. So you're going to need to pause it and give it your best shot. All right, go ahead and try to figure this out. Pause the video. Okay, were you able to get these numbers? 88, 83, 78, and 73. Did you get those? I hope so. All right. Now we're going to talk about some growing patterns, and I've got some brain stretchers. So this one you're going to watch me. All right, first of all, I want you to notice that over here we have one hive, and in this hive there are 3 bees over here. We have 2 hives here, and we have 6 bees. Right here we have 3 hives, and we have 9 bees. Now we're going to look at our question. How many bees would 4 hives have? All right, I want you to notice here, we're going from 3 to 6. That means that we're actually adding 3 here. Then we went from 6 to 9, we added 3 here. So if we want 4 hives, we're going to add 3, which gives me 12. So that means that I would have 12 bees for 4 hives. Let's check out our next one. Ooh, this is tricky because it says how many would 6 hives have? Well, I only know how many 4 has. So in order to figure out how many 6 has, I have to figure out how many 5 has first. So I'm going to take the 12 that 4 has, and I'm going to add 3, which makes 15. Now, in order to figure out how many 6 has, I'm going to have to take the 15, and I'm going to have to add 3 more, and that's going to give me 18, and that's my answer right here. 6 hives would have 18 bees. All right, now there's going to be one for you to try. Here's the one I want you to pause the video and try. I gave you a couple helps along the way, but pause the video, try this one, and then we'll come back and talk about it. Okay, let's see. Did you figure this out? Did you figure out that you're actually counting by 6 because that's how many legs they have? So each time you were adding 6. So notice here, I actually had 18 legs, and I added 6, and I had 24 for 4 ladybugs. So right here I had 24, and then I had to figure out how many were 5. That would be 30. And then in order to figure out how many legs 6 of them would have, I was going to have to take the 30 and add 6, and that gave me 36. All right, so they would have 36 legs if you found 6 ladybugs. Okay, the next one is we're going to find a pattern unit, or sometimes we call it a pattern core, and we're going to determine what comes next based off that pattern. I have lots of tricky ways to do this, but I'm going to show you one of them. All right, notice that I have a diamond here, and I'm going to actually label this diamond an A because it's the first time I've seen this one. I have an arrow going to the right. It's the first time I've seen it, so I'm going to label it a B. I have an arrow going down, so I'm going to label it a C. And now I have an arrow, but it's going the other way, so I'm going to label it a D. Now I have that diamond again. So you know what? I already have a letter for the diamond, which is A. And that arrow, I already have a letter for that, which is B. So now I need to decide what is my pattern unit. That means the unit that I start with, and then a pattern means it's going to repeat itself. So I'm going to take a look here, and I am going to say, well, you know what? I had an A, here's an A. I had a B, here's a B. Here's a C, so that means that I'm going to make something that shows what the C is. And now I have a D, so that's going to go just like this. And then after my D comes my A, which means that I'll be drawing a diamond. Now, I like to look and say, you know what? This is my pattern unit right there, because that's where it repeats itself. You can see it repeats itself right here, and then it starts all over again there too. All right, as you can see, I've got one for you to practice, okay? So I want you to try this one, pause the video, and then come on back and we'll check it. Okay. Did you find out that you were missing one of those, and one of those, and one of those? If you did a great job. All right, that math wizard is coming up, and it's going to be on patterns, the beginning of patterns, so I think you're ready. Thanks for tuning in. Until next time, bye.